Let's talk today a minute about something called life settlement. And you might ask, how does this tie into excuse me, retirement planning? Because that's the area we're in right now. Um, if you get to the end of this thing called your work career and you haven't accumulated enough money or any money, then what are your options? What's left? Well, one, you can keep working. Two, you can move in with the children um, or whoever. Somebody might look after you. Um, Three, a reverse mortgage. You got equity, you might be able to sell it off. And fourth, life settlement. Well, let's hit this just a minute. This means that there's a possibility you can take your life insurance. And hopefully, if everyone knows that every person is 100% sure of dying, I would imagine you got life insurance. It's a sure thing. Okay, with that, I'm cutting up a little bit with you. With that, as you get older and as you lose your health, and listen, if you live long enough, you'll get older. You get older, body's going to wear out. Sometimes it wears out real early. If you do, though, get older and have outgrown the need to carry life insurance, you just don't need to leave that kind of asset, you might consider selling it. And there's an industry out there, and you can Google this stuff, and it's called life settlement. And it's not the smoothest industry because it works, but you have to pay attention to it. But here's the way it works. You go to one of these companies, they're like big mutual fund companies, and they buy life insurance from you and me and whoever. And if they'll buy it now, it's kind of like when you apply for insurance, you're not 100% guaranteed you'll qualify. Well, when you apply to sell your insurance, you're not 100% guaranteed. You might be too young, and they don't want to carry it that long, because when they buy your policy, they give you a check, but then they take over the policy, and two things. They have to pay all the premiums the rest of your life. They become the beneficiary. So they meaning a mutual fund. So if you do decide to sell, that's when the negotiation starts, because they want to determine how long you're going to live from your medical reports. Like when you qualify for life insurance, you have to give medical reports to see if you're healthy enough, and when you go to sell it, you want to see if you're unhealthy enough or if you're older. So right now the life settlement industry is buying two basic policies. Regardless of your age, if your health has gotten real bad, they'll consider that. And now, the mid to late 70s, they're buying a lot of policies for people who just, as I said earlier, outgrown the need. So consider this, though, as one of your options for retirement planning. If you didn't put enough aside, you may have an asset sitting on the sideline that you weren't paying attention to. And it could be whole life, universal life, term. They buy all different types. Again, you have to qualify for that. But it's brought in some sizable dollars to a lot of people. So you just pay attention to it.